What do you call a magic dog?
Sparky?
Alabracadabra, magician's best friend.
Oh, this is quite good.
I did have a backup joke if that one didn't go well. What do you call a pig that does karate?
Pork chop.
Yes.
Zooming on to the next section. It's called Zoom for a fucking reason. I'm so angry I can't speak. 40-minute limit for one-to-one calls. Ridiculous.
15 days early. That's not when the change is supposed to happen.
That's cheating.
This episode of Utter Nunsense brought to you by the Fuck Zoom campaign.
Because we don't know how to record it after this.
We're clearly just going to have to meet up in the woods and film it together on a fucking shaky camera.
Wouldn't cost us any money. Fuck's sake. So you sipping your tea?
Yep. Good tea. Hello, I'm Sister Babeushka.
I don't know how to make an entrance. Hello!
Uh-huh. Hello. Who are you?
I'm Sister Alaska Lot.
And this is Utter Nunsense in a Rush.
This is the show where we pour a cup of tea, very tiny, quick cup of tea.
And we utter whatever nonsense pops into our heads, but we got to utter it fast because we're on a time limit.
This is basically a laid Jack. Laid Jack back. Laid Jack. This is basically a laid back chat between good friends.
Is it laid back? A new episode is uploaded once a month at the start of the month, every month.
So make sure you like and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you're notified of new episodes when they come out.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling. And of course, we're also a podcast, so you can listen to us wherever you get your podcasts, because we're pretty much on every directory.
If you don't leave us a nice comment,
we'll send Sister Joan round to your house and you will not wake up.
My head still hurts quite a lot.
It's not the day, is it?
I think it's time that we tackled some more pointlessly gendered products.
Now, that sounds familiar, Alaska. Have we not done that before?
Yes, but not nearly enough of it. There's plenty more tea and shade where that came from.
You mean industries didn't decide to change their business practices after we made our last episode critiquing this?
Continuity.
Tell that to Zoom. Tell you what, next time it'll be an episode on pointlessly timed products.
Shall we just dive in then?
So, let's kick us off. And our first pointlessly gendered product is a lovely piece of clothing with one teeny issue. The t-shirts are the non-binary pride flag. And it is basically an advertisement for a female version of the t-shirt and a male version of the t-shirt for non-binary.
So someone actually thought it was a good idea to put a non-binary flag on a t-shirt. Actually, I love that. I would buy that. But then we're going to sell them based on binary gender. The logic is not strong with this one.
Yeah, I do have to wonder what person in that room deciding on the product decided, and we'll make two, and it'll be a man one and a female one, and the gays and queers will love it. It'll be great.
You could have just put a shape up and let you choose your shape. There are other shapes that you could market, for example, cropped versions. And that doesn't need to be gendered either. Like you could just have a variety of different shapes to choose from, and you pick the one that you like and that you want on your body. You should hire me. That'd be great. Part of me was like, do they know what flag to put on him? But it literally says in the text underneath.
They are the same price, at least, unlike what we've usually seen.
Yes, I'm very pleased to see that at least the price point was the same.
Points for trying.
Half points.
Yeah, half points.
They tried. I like that they tried.
It does make me wonder if they've got like a lesbian pride flag and they're like, we've got a man version and a woman version of this as well.
Do you know what? I hope they do. This next one is fun. It's kind of like the last one, how we've got the ladies' size and the men's size. I'm extra confused because it looks like the same pair of gardening gloves on both.
It does look like there is a little M on the lady glove and an L that's just about concealed on the man glove.
I think all you need to do is sell them as small, medium, or large. You don't need to gender that. There are plenty of people of different genders with different sized hands.
What? When did that happen?
Ladies also very strange words. They're not even women's gloves, they're lady gloves.
I did notice the wording, man and lady.
And where are the small gloves? Small-handed people like to garden too.
Maybe they're the next one over and they're marketed as child.
Child's labour?
Oh.
We don't condone that on this channel.
Nor do we condone these pointlessly gendered products that are basically the same thing, just a different size.
I would love to know how much they're selling them for, and if they are the same price point.
Ridiculous. We've got a description saying that euphoric feeling when you use your preferred gender's trash can. Because underneath, the picture is of two bins, totally identical other than the label, which is on one side, the female silhouette that we've seen on bathrooms used for ages, dropping trash into a trash can. And on the other side, it's a man silhouette dropping trash into the trash can. Because clearly you can only use your own gender's trash can.
This is very similar to one of the ones that we had last episode where it had like the lady trash can and the man trash can. And I think the conclusion we reached was that they were probably trying to be more inclusive, so it's not all just men on bins. But just have a bin symbol. You don't need the person.
You could even just put bin in different languages so people know, and you can include more people.
You actually have to zoom in because the skirt on the lady symbol is so slight, it's barely there. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to mean. Stop staring up her skirt.
And I'll stave up the man's trousers too to make it equal.
There's just something about it that looks a bit odd. It's like they wanted to try to be inclusive, but they didn't feel confident being fully inclusive, so I thought, we'll just hint at a skirt.
Oh, do you think they were worried about the toxic masculinity people being like, well, I can't put my trash in the woman bin. That would like jeopardize my gender.
I don't think I've ever seen a lady bin in person. I'm curious. I'm going to have to pay more attention to public bins now.
I don't know. I think, I'm going to have to look out for them now as well, because it seems to be popping up a lot when we do these pointlessly gendered episodes.
Oh, I've just spotted the next one. It's concealer with, the different shades and stuff that you get. This concealer is called War Paint for men. I have mixed feelings about this.
Alaska. You have to understand that for decades, if not longer, men have had a problem with doing skincare.
On the plus side, the fact that there is makeup for men, I think is a real step forward. I'm not sure why the makeup needs to be gendered.
I wonder if it's the first salvo to try and get men to stop being so prudish about putting on some damn skincare.
I think we should also specify cis-het men, because I think that non-cis-het men are more open to it. Obviously, women are socialized that, you have to look good and you have to put on makeup, which is a whole other brand in itself. And you've got all the people who don't conform to gender binaries, who, from what I've seen, are incredibly creative with the way that they use makeup and is just glorious. But yes, cis-het men shouldn't be ashamed to use beauty products. And if this helps them, although I think it's silly that it's gendered, one step at a time.
I just had a quick Google, but the name of the brand is War Paint for Men. So it's not just War Paint, and this is a for men section. It is War Paint for Men.
It's like the women's lady boxers that we saw last time. That was a brand too. Women's lady boxers.
It's just a fucking name of a brand. That's it. Doesn't actually make a difference.
I like the name, but it shouldn't be a gendered thing. Everyone should get war paint. It sounds cool. For anyone who's wondering, you should just go buy men's products. If you like them and it says for men, just buy it. It's probably going to be cheaper. They've got cool names, and no one's going to know if it was for men or for women or whatever when you put it on your face. Just buy it.
War paint for people.
For badass people.
Next, we have a picture of some exercise equipment. The multi-height adjustment home gym suit bale. 6 levels, height adjustable, is available to the whole family.
Can I just ask, what is a suit bale? Something
exercisey.
What does it do?
You can tell I don't skip lift day or whatever. So on the side, we've got junior growth with a child. We've got woman shape, man muscle, and we've got senior health. Those are your 4 people, apparently.
Again, I'm going to start with the positives. In a way, I kind of appreciate that they tried to do a gender balance. But what the fuck is woman shape? Are women not allowed muscles? Is it just height adjustable? Is that what they meant? People come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. I don't think the shape is what this is about.
See, I'm going to have to Google what a suit bale does now.
Home gym.
Oh my God.
Suit bale. I genuinely don't know what it is.
This would help if we knew more about the gym. As well as being pointlessly gendered, I think they got suitable wrong and put it in the wrong place.
They've given the 4 different shapes of person for the 4 different heights, but it actually says that there's 6 levels of height available. So they've completely missed the opportunity to name other genders.
Fair to say, I don't think either of us like this marketing placement.
I'm really sorry. I'm going to call it fail because I don't even know what it does. I just know that it's supposed to be for lady shape and man muscles and some old people and maybe a kid. I don't know what it does.
Yes, leave us a comment if you know what it does so we can finally put this to bed.
People who know exercise stuff, I'm sure will know immediately what it is and they'll just think I'm being really stupid, but it's not very well advertised. There's maybe focus on what it does rather than the shape of the people, please.
Yeah.
Pointless gendering. What is it? Okay, right. Next pointlessly gendered product.
Da-da-da-da.
Oh, this one's an apron. It's not something you tend to think of as a... No, I take that back. It does tend to be pointlessly gendered, doesn't it? They're often really like frilly and girly and makes me uncomfortable. Anyway, I'm pleased to say that this one is not that. I'm disappointed to say that it's the opposite. It says on it that it's a man apron because they need specific aprons. This one, it's got loads of pockets. The women's ones don't have pockets. Actually, don't get me started on pockets.
Men always get pockets. Remember, women aren't allowed pockets for whatever reason in any piece of clothing.
So it's got a pocket for salt and pepper. There's one for their phone. See, this is well thought out, actually. I want a pocket for my phone in pretty much anything I'm wearing. There's one for ketchup, one for mustard. There's one for beer. Oddly, there's a pocket for their meat.
But where is it, Alaska? Where is the meat?
The meat pocket's covering their meat.
I can see the tongue-in-cheek thing that they're doing with the man apron being where the meat is. Ha ha ha. But also, like, not all men will have meat there. So it's just really like building into the gender stereotype of men. Is he putting the meat in uncovered?
Maybe it's after it's cooked. So instead of walking around trying to juggle lots of plates with like the bread and the things, like they just have one plate they hold with the buns. And they're like, would you like some meat? Here. Help yourself.
Suffice to say, I won't be reaching into that pocket no matter what.
I like that it's not pink and frilly. I think lots of pockets is actually a great idea. Why does it need to be a man apron? And why is there a pocket for meat?
The only good thing I like about this apron, other than many useful pockets, I don't think I need to be told what to put in the pockets, is there is a little hood. So if it rains, which it does in Scotland quite a lot when you're barbecuing, you won't get too wet.
I do think, though, it's very much playing into the stereotype of men grilling, and apparently that's all the cooking that they do.
Have none of you fucks heard of Gordon fucking Ramsay? You think he only grills?
Anyone could cook on a barbecue. And I want a pocket for my phone, damn it.
For a second, I thought you were going to say, I want a pocket for my meat.
What delightful surprise lies in wait for us next.
Like, I kind of want this, to be fair. It's so cool. We have a gun of some kind. I'm not totally up with my gun knowledge. I do live in the UK, not the US.
I'm just going to say, I'm pretty sure this is not a real gun. I think this is a toy gun.
But instead of being your typical all black or grey or camel colour, we've got something that is basically resembling a unicorn. So it's lovely blues, purple, sort of pastel colours. The rifle bit is coming out of a head of the unicorn, and it's a little gold bullet chamber. And there's even little gems in that stuck on.
You know how you get lots of toy guns marketed at boys? I think this is an attempt to acknowledge that girls might want to play with guns too, but for some reason, instead of just giving them the regular toy, they make it girlified because apparently that's what girls want.
I was wondering, do you really want to market guns to kids at all?
I think it's nice that they tried. It shouldn't be specifically for one gender. Little boys could like it too. I don't know how I feel about toy guns.
That whole normalizing thing that I'm not going to get into because we ain't got time for that.
I once knew a child whose parents wouldn't use the word gun around them, so they didn't know what the word gun was. But he had lots of toy guns that he had made for himself, and he calls them his ching-chings because he wasn't allowed to use the word gun. So I don't think you can stop it. The kids are going to play with toy guns. They don't need to be gendered.
I don't know. I'd rather guns looked more like this because these are nicer to look at than brutalist guns.
I mean, I will admit, it is kind of fabulous. And the only thing that would make it better was if the bubbles came out at the end.
Oh, unicorn bubblegum.
I can see it being really popular at like parties and raves.
Such a fucker to reload though, because I remember trying to even blow bubbles normally, let alone with a bubble gun.
Yeah, mixed feelings.
I appreciate that they realise that girls and other genders will want to play with guns. But yeah, I don't know if you really need to put all this effort in. And I imagine this costs a lot more than the normal sort of toy guns as well. So it's just, again, trying to grab more cash.
It's so fancy though. I think it'd be okay for it to be costing more. Look at the extra bits on it.
Well, I'll accept that, but I don't want their marketing focusing on just one gender. Next one, oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh my goodness. So it's a hotel personal care kit and seems to have like, you know, just a wee travel kit. It's got a variety of useful things in it, like wipes, razors, toothbrush, soap, shower gel. I like these kind of things because if you're like last minute panicking and you just want a wee travel kit, this is ideal. They're color coordinated. His personal care kit and hers personal care kit. Bet you can guess which way around the colors are. Interestingly, the items inside look literally identical.
And even looking at the measurements, same amount in each packet as well. So literally no difference other than the colour.
There is one difference, however. Have you spotted the price? Literally the same kit. One of them is like $7.59 and the other one is $9.99.
Such blatant price gouging.
How can you justify that?
women get paid less for doing the same jobs in most places, so they don't even have more disposable income to be taken.
I don't care what color the box is.
Is pink expensive to print in or something? Is there a shortage of pink in the world?
Make them all clear or like black or just something that no one cares about. It's just a wee disposable emergency travel kit, for goodness sake.
What I will say in a positive note for this is when you look at the list of things, and because they are the same, you will see that the man kit also comes with foot gel and aloe vera cream, which I think is quite good because at least it's trying to recognize and include men in proper skincare for both their face or wherever they're putting the aloe vera and the foot gels, even if they're going to gouge women for more.
Disappointing. You could just have had one care kit, personal care kit, and left it at that, and people would buy it.
Just so stupid. We have some earplugs. However, these are marketed as women's earplugs. And the defining feature that makes them a women's is the pink packaging.
They're pink.
Most earplugs I've seen are always pink. It's like rare when I see a yellow one or a blue one or a grey one. Oh, they all come as pink.
These are the cheap foam earplugs. They're squishy. They will fit into anyone's ear. Not that men and women have different sized ears. But what makes it women's apart from the pink? I'm really surprised that they haven't gone down the whole, because he snores, because that's what men do, so women need the earplugs. Like I feel like they almost were going down that route, but at least they stopped short. They didn't do that. They just colored them pink and said, for women.
There's a bit above it that says it's ultra soft. So I wonder, are you saying the ultra soft ones are women because they're more delicate and you're feeding into that stupid idea again?
Because women need to be looked after. They're such delicate little flowers. I remember when I was at school, girls were banned from playing football because we might hurt our ankles. I was like, why? What makes our ankles any different? That's stupid. Football's that dangerous. No one should be playing it. It's not that dangerous. Just let everyone join in. So the girls just had to stand at the side of the playground and watch.
Oh, that's stupid.
It was okay to let us play hockey, though, which is far more violent.
I'd rather, if you were going to protect kids for their ankles for whatever reason, hockey is the one to stop them, not football. Women's earplugs. So ridiculous. Absolutely stupid.
I don't even think there's a redeeming feature apart from I hope they work.
I mean, they say 32 decibels, so you'd hope so. They're just earplugs. They go in a hole, they block out noise, they're thrown away. Done.
They go in a hole.
Get your mind out of the gutter. I meant the ear hole.
I thought you meant the pie hole.
Stupid marketing idea.
Who comes up with these things, honestly? This episode, we absolutely had to talk about these oddly gendered frogs that I found.
Oh my fuck. Find the frogs.
I get the feeling that we may have to blur these strategically in the episode. I mean, what can I say? On the surface, like when they sit there, they just look like frogs. It's only when you turn them over and look underneath did you find out they are very specifically gendered. You just imagine like your grandparents having their like little china figurines and stuff, and then they've got these little frogs, and then guests come over, they're like, but look underneath.
It's not even realistic.
When I first saw them, the first thing that popped into my head was that guy saying, putting chemicals in the water to turn the friggin' frogs gay.
Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap. Gay. Frogs friggin' frogs. It's not funny. I'm going to say it real slow for you. Gay. Frog.
I was like, there's some frogs. They've made sure, though, that you understand these are strictly heterosexual frogs. We don't want any gay frogs here.
I mean, when I go and I see people's little ornaments, I'm not necessarily thinking, oh, that frog's a male frog or a female frog or whatever. I'm thinking, oh, it's a frog. That's nice. I'm hardly going to go, Grandma, this is a women frog and a women frog. You've done it wrong, Grandma. You're promoting lesbianism.
I do wonder, did they come as a set, or could you like pick and match? Could you pick up 3 frogs with, you know, voluptuous? Could you pick up a couple of the other frogs? Just put them all together. Why not?
I would love it if they do come separate, though, and you can collect as many frogs as you want to have one big gay frog orgy, because we should turn the freaking frogs gay.
Gay frog!
Oh my days. That is also the size of it. Jesus.
Who knew frogs were so well endowed? Does that mean then that any frogs that don't have interesting details underneath are in fact non-gendered?
I want that to be my new headcanon. Whenever I look at frog ornaments now, I'm going to check and be like, this is the inclusive one.
This is the agender frog.
It is funny because it's just one of those really odd things you would find in a grandparent's house and be like, Grandma, Granddad.
I do think it's worth mentioning that genitals do not equal gender. Sex and gender are different. But when they made these, we all know what they were getting at. I actually feel that this is a great opportunity for someone. If they wanted to make queer products, you could make gay, lesbian, etc. frogs and turn the friggin' frogs gay. Like, that's genuinely an opportunity. I think that would go down really well.
That is the highlight of the episode. I think we have to end it there with the freaking gay frogs.
Not going to get any better than that.
That felt like another lovely trolling through the internet to find some pointlessly gendered products, didn't it, Alaska?
There were certainly some good efforts in there, and others that could maybe try a bit harder. But I kind of love the frogs.
I don't think I'll forget those frogs for quite a while now.
Well, thank you to everyone for joining us for another fun-filled installment of Pointlessly Gendered Products. And please remember, if you enjoyed this episode, to hit the like button. Feel free to leave us a comment on any thoughts you've got, or if you can explain what on earth that gym equipment was, please tell me. And make sure you hit subscribe and the bell notifications so you get notified when next episode comes out.
And subscribe to the podcast wherever you're listening. Leave us a nice comment. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your loved ones, tell everyone about this show.
On that point, what is our next episode?
Last time, we learned how to do Sister Alaska's makeup. And so it's only right that Alaska should learn how to do Babeushka makeup.
I'm excited. I'm a little bit scared. I'm pretty sure Babeushka is going to make me do some things that I'm going to find really hard. But I'm here for it. We're going to do it. I've already got the products. I've opened them to look at them, and they're so shiny, so I'm kind of excited.
You can have 2 Babeushkas for the price of 1 next time.
What more could we want? I know. We want to turn the friggin' frogs gay.
Well, you've got to start putting that chemical in the water then, Alaska.
And with that, I think it is safe to say that we have well and truly done the thing.
We have indeed done the thing.
We've done the thing. We've done the thing. We've done the thing. We've done the thing. We've done the thing. Bye.
Now fuck off.